Member for Katherine.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I rise to put on the record a great event that happened recently in Katherine. In actual fact, it seems like it was a while ago, but it was just over a week ago when we celebrated 60 years of our Katherine show. For my family, the show is a must-attend event that started 35 years ago when I first came to Katherine, and the family farm featured heavily in the horticultural exhibits. For my husband and his family, they had been attending and exhibiting fresh produce from their family farm, Hersey Farms, each year starting from back in the 60s. It was great to walk around the show and take in the photos of yesteryear. Fast forward to now, and as a local member and a minister in the CLP government, the show is still a must-attend event, however a little busier. Our office, along with our branch, run a very busy stall selling homemade cakes, biscuits, cooked steak, sausage and egg and bacon sandwiches, sell soft drinks, homemade egg and lettuce or corned beef and homemade pickle sandwiches, along with our much-loved Devonshire teas. It was great to have the support of the Chief Minister and colleagues that came down and supported our stall, along with party members. The stall would not operate without the generosity of many people, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank them from the bottom of my heart. To those that baked, cooked, supported in kind, thank you. Madam Speaker, our support comes from across the territory and it does not go unnoticed. It's very much appreciated. To Humpty Doo Bakery, Elliot Wilson and the team that baked the bread and scones for us and have done so for the last few years, a huge thanks. The scones are amazing. Andrew and Lynn Woods from TLC Freight that bring them down each year, thank you. Car Parts, Chris Earman and the team for donating the cool room. Paddy Buntine, who donates the benches and the cows. We have cut-out cows there that we place around the garden area, and still at the ripe old age of 80, still helps out in our stall. Dave Scorgie from Coke for donating the drinks. Town and Country Butchers, Jason and the team that always provide good quality steak, snags and bacon. Asian United Food Services, where you can buy a lot of eggs when facing an egg shortage. Duncan Electrical, Pedro does all of our test and tagging. Jessica Groves gets the steak sangers going each morning on the barbecue. My sister Sam that flies up each year, we could not do it without your huge effort on the till, setup and sandwich making. KVEC, Katherine Vehicle Enthusiast Club for providing the chairs. Gino Antonucci from Gino's Pasta to Go for allowing my husband to use his slicing machine to slice up all of the onions. The hay, thank you to the show management for sourcing for me as my normal supply did not have any this year. Brumbies, to Nee and her staff for supporting our seniors lunch with Brumbies bread. Poppy Scudder from the Shed Gym for the use of their fridge. Ron Hersey, my father-in-law, who at the drop of a hat makes pickles for the corned beef sandwiches and always supports me at the ripe old age of 90 plus. Jenny Groves, Chrissy and Georgia for their baking efforts and serving on the stall. To Brian and Stephanie Hill for donating the bacon for the barbecue. To my parliamentary colleagues, Chief Minister and her daughter Isla, Member for Breitling, Josh Burgoyne, Member for Barclay, Steve Edgington, Member for Casuarina, Kota Patel, Member for Wanguri, Ollie Carlson, Member for Brennan, Murray-Clare Boothby, Member for Goyder, Andrew Mackay, Member for Fanny Bay, Laurie Zio, Member for Nelson, Gerard Maley, Member for Blaine, Matt Curl, and to other people that supported our stall, Carmel Wally, Paddy Buntine, Tim Cross, Shane Hockings, Chrissy and her daughter Georgia. And I'd just like to acknowledge, Madam Speaker, the Chief Minister's daughter Isla and Chrissy's daughter Georgia and also the member for Casuarina's daughter Annika, all very young girls who were extremely capable and helped out on our, in our stall. Annika was amazing with her help on the stall. Isla and Georgia were certainly, you know, for young girls, they were extremely competent on the till and certainly let people know that they knew what they were doing and they were no fools. So that was good to see. Confident, competent young girls. In conjunction with our stall, a huge thank you to my staff that run around and get organised for the seniors lunch we put on. Thank you to Jen, Hannah and my daughter Hannah, who's always ready to support the stall, and her mother. Thank you to my husband Dean that does a lot of the heavy lifting with the setup and running around. To Christine and Hannah that keep my flowers going when I'm not at home so they look amazing at our stall and equally adorn the front of their salons and are admired by their clients. This year the show was opened by Paddy Buntine and her sister Robin Morris. Both of these ladies are very long-term residents and showgoers, with their families entering many items in the show. Betty Martin, who was approaching 102, attended as she was at the first show back in 1965. It was a pleasure to have a chat with her. To the show president, Joanna Holden, Junior Vice President, Duana Job, Treasurer Bonnie Nisafore, and the committee, Cameron Allen, Kimberly Warrigal, Heather Dingle, Jen Bauer, Tyson Brook, and Katie Del Santo, along with Joel Ulbrich, the Katherine show manager. Thank you for your tireless effort in bringing our show together. Congratulations to all of the winners that entered events, and a special congratulations and thanks to Anna Kerwin for her countless volunteer hours over many years as the show treasurer. In honour of Anna's hard work and dedication, a scholarship has been honoured in her name for the next generation of show enthusiasts. Thank you, Anna, again for all your dedication and hard work over many years. It is because of hard-working, dedicated people like yourself that our show keeps going. 60 years of celebrating the Katherine show. Well done, everyone, until yet next year when we do it all again. Thank you. And congratulations also, Madam Speaker, to Tate Green for winning one of the highest accolades a St John Ambulance cadet can achieve in the International Organisation's youth program. This honour recognises dedicated service, skills training and community involvement, and is rarely awarded to cadets in the Northern Territory. Tate was required to complete at least 12 proficiency badges, demonstrate first aid competency and leadership across a minimum of 3 years, and complete 100 hours of event duties. What a mammoth effort, and well done to Tate. He won the St John Ambulance Grand Prize Award. Tate's father, Ron, who's a teacher at St Joseph's School, also received an award this year, the Volunteer Service Medal for 10 years of service with St John's, and he received his warrant of appointment as Superintendent of the Katherine Youth Division. And I'd just also like to thank Ron, Tate, and their whole family, because they really are great community people. They're always at events, they're always supporting our community, and it's families like that that make our community great. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the extraordinary dedication of Bess Hart on her biggest morning teas. Bess has been a tireless supporter and volunteer for the Cancer Council, dedicating her time, energy and heart to a cause that touches so many lives. This year she raised $8,568.20 in the 15 years of New Haven's biggest morning tea. The total raised in that time is $109,552.88. Recently, Bess poured the last of her famous Billy tea at Gorge Road. It was a bittersweet moment, but thanks to the kindness and generosity of Cancer Council NT, they have committed to supporting her efforts moving forward. This wonderful gesture ensures that Bess's biggest morning tea will continue to thrive and make a difference in our community. We also want to extend a huge thank you to all the volunteers and businesses who have generously donated and supported Bess and the Cancer Council over the last 15 years. Especially this year, your contributions are invaluable. Of course, a very special thank you to Bess herself. Her commitment, compassion and hard work inspire us all. And it's great, Madam Speaker, because Bess was going to hang up her Billy this year. She's well in her 80s, and she labours over that hot fire all morning, boiling the Billy and serving tea. And she was going to pull up stumps this year, but the Cancer Council have rallied around and decided they'll come down and support her. So that's fantastic. Also, a while back, the Mother's Day Run Festival with the Katherine Multisport Club, a great event run around along the riverbank of Katherine. I might actually leave this one till another day, Madam Speaker, because I only got 53 seconds. I won't get through the people, so I'll do that one another night. Thank you.